So these are the new glass doors I ordered for the front of the fireplace. Of course, they were not designed for the exact door or the exact firebox that I had. I couldn't find ones for the exact firebox. This is basically a newer model of the same firebox. So what I did is these are the old ones. This is the new one with the new attachments, and on this door I had to take it off right here and put the old ones back on so that I could get this to fit properly. But it fits perfect now. I still have the other side to do. Haven't finished that. We got that firewall built up top here. You can't see it now, but it's behind the outlet up there, that fire block. And we put this stuff called Wonderboard, which is some of the greatest stuff ever made. Let me see if I can show you that. It's like almost a foam inside and a rough outside on it. It's kind of hard to see, but that's kind of what it looks like. It's almost like a fiberglass, but it's not fiberglass. So it's extremely easy to cut, super lightweight, just a great product. Of course, more expensive than the cement board, but it was much easier to put up. You put it up with these screws with the washer plates on, specifically made for this board. We cut out everything, put that up, and screwed it on. Now, I think I might have talked earlier a little bit about the mantle and how we put that on. Those two vertical boards that you see on there are 4x4 posts sandwiched in between two joists, and we used a pipe, drilled a pipe through the 4x4 and into the mantle. The mantle is a solid piece of cherry, weighs about 120 pounds, so it was a little tough getting up there, but I got Jersey Ray to come over and help me lift it up there. We put some, just like drywall tape, but it's a mesh. Put that on there so that when we mud it, it'll, they said to with this go board to tape all the seams. So I haven't finished up top there because I think I have to put a level on it, but I think for some reason that top part of the wall goes in just a little, and I want to make sure I shim it so that it's straight up and down. We'll put a level on it to check that out, and then I'll go ahead and finish screwing the top in. Once I screw that top in, we'll be ready to start on the stone, and of course I'll have that on video. That is my starter board there, which is at the new level of the ground, because remember, we are raising I'm not going to be doing this, but we're getting the floor raised up to that level so that it's no longer a sunken living room. It is a one level. I don't think I talked to you much about this, but you know, we're getting some work done in the house. For the first time, I'm hiring somebody, which is very difficult, both money-wise and control-wise. But they're going to be taking out this wall right here, and all this floor level is going to be the same level. And they have to raise that patio window up 8 inches also. So that's going to be a major undertaking. So we'll get into that later. Right now we're going to focus on the fireplace, but I took a pressure transit, which is basically a transit that marks levels in different areas, but it's based on gas, CO2 gas, rather than a level beam of light. So that was, this level is the exact same level as that floor over there. So I was going to build this on here, and our designer slash project manager said, well, you know, it's the exact same level as that floor, but you're going to have a floor on top of that floor, a vinyl, a plank floor. So you want to make sure that this is that level also. So we're just going to take these slats here, and I'll put these on here before we put the stone on, and that way it'll be high enough for the vinyl floor. The vinyl floor is right about that thick. If it's a problem fitting in there, I'll go ahead and grind down the bottom, but I don't think I'm going to have to do that. I think that's going to fit perfect. So I went out, and I need to cut the sides of the stone over here, and I went out to get a tile saw, and I actually didn't go out to get it, but I knew it was going to cost me $75 for a tile saw. It's going to take me probably more than a day to do this, so I'm probably going to be up over $100. So I went out, and yesterday went to Lowe's, and I said, if I can get a tile saw for less than $100, I'll buy it. And I got this handy dandy little tile saw, wet saw. Fill the bottom up with water so dust doesn't go everywhere. And I got this for $70, and I'll use that to cut the edges, and hand grinder if I need it. This will be nice because it'll be dust free, and I mean, it's cheaper than renting it, so that's the way of the world today. Might take a little bit longer to cut since it's not as strong, but I really don't have a ton of cuts to do. But let me go over the installation of this tile, or of this mantle, and it'll give you a better idea of what we did. So when it came to putting together the mantle, I really didn't know how I wanted to do it. I knew how heavy the mantle was, and I thought I might need to put 3 steel bars in there. They're hollow 1-inch pipes, steel pipes. I thought I might need to put 3 in. Thank goodness I didn't, because I really didn't need 3. So I ended up with 2. I went out, took my sawhorses, put my mantle on it, and I had these 4x4 posts that I laid across the top of the mantle. Something like this. Yeah, that looks good. And then I drilled my hole. Of course, I knew, I had measured and got the right place to put these, as far so that they would fit in the wall. In the wall over there, I have basically, there's a 2x4 that goes across like this, and then there are studs that go up like this. And what I did is I put an extra stud in here, and then I put my 4x4 post in here. So these were my 4x4 posts, and I did that on 2 sides here. Put a 4x4 post over here and another stud, and then this is a header up here. And these were my 2 4x4 posts. So I did the measurements that I needed to get the mantle the right height I wanted, And then I came out and I put that on top of my mantle, which it was rough at that time as far as I hadn't sanded it or anything. And then I took my drill and I drilled a hole through both of them at the same time. And by doing that, I was ensuring that the pipe would go through evenly all the way through, because that's where the problem was going to be when I got this thing up there, is sliding it in. I wanted to make sure that the pipe slid through it. So I only drilled down to about this far inside the mantle and all the way through this. Okay, so after I did that, I came back out, and I'm going to give you like a cutaway of the wall. This is the wall, or the fireplace wall. And then I had the 4x4 posts here, which had a hole drilled through them. And about that, I actually cantilevered it back a little, because I thought if it settled even a little, it would settle to level. So it was just a minor bit that I cut back on. Then I took my mantle, which I had finished off, hadn't actually done the finish on it yet, but I had sanded it completely, and it already had this hole in it, like that. I put the pipe in there, and it was nice and tight, and I hammered the pipe in, and so the pipe's now sticking out like this. And there were actually two of these pipes. It would come right, like here. And then I had another pipe like right here. And then Jersey Ray helped me lift this up, and we got the two holes lined up, and it was tough. It was a nice tight fit. We got it so that they were in about this far, and then we took a piece of 2x4, put it on the end, and hit it with a little bit of I think it was a 10-pound hammer, and we just hammered it in, little bit on each side, and it went in, and it slid right in and goes out the back. So it's sticking out the back now, and the mantle is right here now. So the pipe's in the mantle, and it's sticking through the 4x4 posts and sticks out the back inside. Nobody will see that, but you can hang from this now, and it's up there permanently. So we're going to go ahead and put our stone on like this on that side of the mantle. So it'll cover up cover up the edges of the mantle where it touches the wall. So that's the way we did that. I wish I had videotaped that for you, but I didn't, and I ain't taking it off. So now we're going to go ahead and start. I'm going to go back up top here. Like I said, this wall goes up, and as I put the backer board on, it kind of goes like this, just a little bit. And I have to put a level on it and see if I push this back to the wall, is it gonna be plumb, straight up and down, or is it going to be leaning back? If it's plumb, then I'll just go ahead and screw it in. If it's not plumb, then I'm going to have to put some shims in here so that this wall is straight, even if the wall behind it is a little bit out of plumb. Does that make sense? And these little fasteners just give you a good hold, because there's going to be a lot of weight on this wall. But the weight should be carrying it. The screws should be carrying it. It shouldn't. This is our starter board at the bottom. all the weight, even though everything's stacked right on top of this, all the weight shouldn't be on this. The weight should actually be on the wall because it's going to be dry fit to the wall. So all the weight ought to be carried onto basically right here, not at the bottom here. Whereas traditionally, when you lay brick, you have a footer that the weight of the wall sits on. Now the weight of the wall is going to be hanging. The weight of the stone is going to be hanging on the wall, and so the weight will be directly under the wall, which is a lot of weight, but I think we're okay. There was a lot of stone on there before. A lot of stone on that wall before that, before I did the demo work. You saw that. Okay, so let's get to work, and we'll get you on video, get everything on video from this point on. Okay, so we're out here now preparing the mantle for mounting. I have my mantle. This is the top side, this is the bottom side of the mantle. This is the top side. I've measured the correct distance from here to here, and I've measured the correct distance from top to bottom, and I put in some temporary screws here just to hold this still. So when I drill this through, I should be able to put a pipe through both of these, and it should line up perfect. That's the plan. Something tells me it's going to take some persuading once I get it up on the wall. It would have to be absolutely perfect in order to work without any persuading. But we will cross that bridge when we come to it. The other issue I'm having right now is my little mini drill here is not capable of drilling through this, so it's just taking little bites at a time. Let's see if I can show you what I mean. It just grabs hold. Once it grabs hold, it binds up on me. So I'm going to keep working on that until we get through. Go out here 5.5 inches from the side, and I put a mark. That is way out there, 5.5 inches. But I think that's good. And we come out here 5.5 inches. Double check. 5.5. 5.5. Now we'll take our ladder back in. We need our chalk line. What we want to do is we want to hang this so that our chalk line touches this mark I put. I got a lot of stuff on the sides here. I'm hoping it'll fit. We'll see. It's one tight fit, but I think we ought to go with 5.5 inches. What I'm talking about is 5.5 inches on each side of the mantle, having stone on 5.5 inches. My concern is I won't have enough room for the border around the nook, so that's why I'm trying to balance the two out. Hang it straight down. And if I look on there, we're super close to it. Maybe just a touch on this side of it, but I don't want to go any further that way. I just can't. So we're going to stretch this out all the way down to here. That's where we want to be. We're going to let it hang flat. What I'm doing here is stretching a chalk line 5.5 inches from the side of the mantle, and I'm going to snap the chalk line, which will mark the edge of where the stone will go for the fireplace. So I kind of see where that is on this wall right here, and that's where I'm going to put it. So I line it up, and I grab it here and pull it tight right there. Check my mark. Just to the left of the mark. 5 7/16. 5.5 would be 5 6/16, right? No, 5 8/16. So 5 7/16 is what we're looking for. So I roll this back up. Does anybody know why I'm rolling this back up into the thing when I know it's already the right length? It's to get chalk back on the line. Perfect. All right, gonna mix up our thin set. It's specifically designed just for this stone. So mix that up. I gotta read the directions on it, and then we'll go in and we'll get her started. All right, we are all set to go. Let's kick this into overdrive. All right, here finishing up the fireplace. I hope we're going to be able to finish up today. We might have to do some trim work later once I get a better cutting tool for that. But we should be able to finish up the top today, and then start cleaning up around here in order to get it ready to mess up. You know how sometimes when you get in a groove and you're just speeding along working? That's what I was doing right here until I got to the last piece, and then I get a phone call from Merch Elliott telling me I should be on the tennis court right now. Had to leave with one piece left to do. All right, so I taped up around the box here, and I'm giving it a coat of heat paint, and we're trying to make that box look new, or close to new, and it dries flat, matte black. Okay, there it is, all done. Got the new glass doors on it. The new floor will come up to the bottom of the stone, and that'll be the floor level. Tell me what you guys think. The TV goes above it. When the TV's not on, we'll have like an aquarium or something on there. A winter storm in the wintertime, or, you know, who knows what. But at any rate, tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. Just comment below. I'd love to hear your opinion. Okay, there it is, all done. Got the new glass doors on it. The new floor will come up to the bottom of the stone, and that'll be the floor level. Tell me what you guys think. The TV goes above it. When the TV's not on, we'll have like an aquarium or something on there. A winter storm in the wintertime, or, you know, who knows what. But at any rate, tell me what you like about it. Tell me what you don't like about it. Just comment below. I'd love to hear your opinion.